Hello, my dear students. I hope you are doing great. So, yesterday we had started with the basics of our chapter Profit Prior to Incorporation. It's a simple chapter. Today we'll be starting with the sums of this chapter. Okay. Remember, sums only with practice you can become good. So, I have divided all the sums according to the types. और हम लोग आज basic types of sums करने वाले हैं. तो let's start with it. लेकिन उससे पहले let us revise हम लोगों ने कल क्या किया था. What we had done, let's revise that. So we had discussed that company, if they are taking over the running business of another entity, so the date from which they take over the business till the date of incorporation is called the pre-incorporation period. And after that will be the post-incorporation period. But the P&L will be made for the whole year. So I need to see that profit for the whole year is split up into two parts. Why it needs to be split up? Because जो pre-incorporation profit होता है, that is a capital profit. Remember, capital profit इसलिए क्योंकि it has not been even formed. The company incorporation जब होता है तब company is formed. तब company comes into existence. और उससे पहले भी जो profits है, those are my capital nature profits. And those will be taken to capital reserve. Remember, that is very important. Then I have got my regular profits, which are the post-incorporation profits. So always in the sum, the first thing I have to understand is the date of incorporation. Okay. Even in case of public companies, though they require a certificate of commencement of business, but this profit is always seen till the date of incorporation. This is my main date. Okay. So capital reserve, we take those profits, and this will be the normal P&L. What we take to capital reserve, remember those profits, and we had also discussed that the entries on takeover, what are they? First is business purchase to the vendor, then we are taking over the assets account debit to the liabilities which we are taking to business purchase, and wherever the difference, if it comes to debit, we take it to goodwill. But what if the difference is coming in the credit? Then we will be taking it to capital reserve, right? It depends on debit you're getting or credit. और logic उसका बड़ा simple है. If you're giving extra, तो you're giving towards goodwill, तो debit goodwill. If you are getting extra, so it is a profit, na? I'm getting more. So then that will be your capital reserve if that is there. Okay. So, finally you have to make the payment. So it will be that vendor account debit to bank, to equity share capital, to securities premium, to preference share capital. It can be anyhow, it will be given, okay, to bank, like whatever is given in the sum according to that. Journal entries are only for your understanding, because advanced accounts may we learn these entries, amalgamation, full chapter we have. Here we don't need to know so much. I only told you these entries because you needed to understand the treatment. The treatment क्या था? अगर profit है तो it will be taken to capital reserve, right? और अगर when you took over goodwill आया था तो then the profit you will take, you can take it to your goodwill also. Capital reserve or goodwill if at the time of acquisition there was goodwill. Okay, and exactly opposite, if there is a loss, then the loss will be debited to goodwill or loss prior to incorporation. And if you had CR, capital reserve, on acquisition, so you can even debit it there. Okay, so this is what we had learned. Then we had also discussed that expenses need to be split up between pre and post period. Some expenses सिर्फ pre में जाते, some expenses कौन से pre में जाते? Pre acquisition period में interest on capital, right? Interest on drawings, interest on partners capital, like these kind of things relate to the previous business. It will be going there only. Some relate only to post. So example for post will be what? Company related expenses like interest on debentures is purely post. Directors remuneration, post again. Preliminary expenses, post, right? So all these are relating to companies only, so that will be going in post. And all others you will have to divide it either time ratio, okay, time ratio is number of months in pre and post, or it could be on the basis of sales ratio. So some expenses relating to time, depreciation, your salaries, your rent, your office expenses, ऑल दीज रिलेट टू टाइम, तो हम उसको टाइम बेसिस पे डिवाइड करेंगे. और कुछ चीज़ें होती जैसे कि ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट है, या फिर तुम्हारा ट्रैवलिंग कमीशन है, या ट्रैवलिंग एजेंट्स को कमीशन है, या ट्रैवलिंग एजेंट्स बोल रही हूँ, सेल्स कमीशन है, या ट्रैवलिंग एक्सपेंसेस टू सेल्समैन है, फॉर सेल्समैन है, बैड डेट्स है, एडवर्टिजमेंट है, ऑल दीज डिपेंड ऑन सेल्स. तो ये सब सेल्स रेशियो में डिवाइड होता है. और कुछ स्पेशल आइटम्स ऑल्सो दे, लाइक ऑडिट फीस. ऑडिट फीस में तुमको क्या ध्यान रखना है कि अगर ऑडिट फीस रिलेट टू स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट, कंपनी है इसलिए ऑडिट हो रहा है, तो स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट फीस है तो इट विल बी पोस्ट. लेकिन अगर वही टैक्स ऑडिट फीस है तो इट विल बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेल्स, राइट. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट इज ऑल्सो डिवाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेल्स. So these are the things that we had learned. We had finished with the MCQs. So today we'll be starting with our sums. तो चलो let's start. सबसे पहला बहुत ही basic type of sum है, how to determine the pre and post incorporation period. Okay, problem number 1. Y Limited was incorporated on 1/7/1. 1/7/1 incorporation का date है. To take over the business of Z from 1/4/1. तो business when they acquired, acquisition date क्या था? 1/4/1. So I will say okay, acquisition date 1/4/1, and it was incorporated on 1/7/1. So incorporation date 1/7/1. The year ended on 31st March 2. Year ended 31st March 2. Okay. You're also writing with me, right? Which is the pre-incorporation period? Calculate the period. Well, simple. What is the pre-incorporation period? From 1/4/1 to 1/7/1. How many months? 4 months, है ना? Some of you must have said 4 months. क्यों? क्योंकि April to July you see. Be careful. 1st April से 1st July. तो April का मंथ, May and June. 1st July को खत्म हो गया, मतलब it is a period of 3 months is your pre-incorporation period. तो बस वहां लिख दो pre-incorporation period 1/4/1 to 1/7/1, 3 months. Simple. ऐसा एग्जाम में आता है क्वेश्चन. If you are very lucky you will get it. But yes, this is your module question. ICI के module में है ये question. So maybe 2 marks के लिए or something they may ask. I don't think so. It's too easy, but ठीक है. Problem number 2. Q Limited was incorporated on 1st August 1 to take over the business of W from 1/5/1. Year ended 31st March. Which period is pre and which period is post? Both they have asked. I think you can do this yourself. I am doing it here, but do it yourself, okay? Exactly the way I have written it, I want you to write. First, you will write your acquisition date. Incorporation date and year end. Always remember, calculate the months properly. First May को acquisition हुआ है, right? तो May, June, July, फिर August 1st ही है. So this is going to be 3 months. And then post incorporation. I hope तुमने 9 months नहीं लिख दिया कि total 12 months होते. No, it is not necessary at all. Okay, it can happen कि you have acquired any time ना business, right? So ऐसा जरूरी नहीं कि it has to be total 12 months. Like in this case, it is not 12 months, right? See how much it is. August, September, October, November, December plus 3. So we have 8 months. तो एक बात तो समझ में आ गई, it doesn't have to be total of 12 months. कभी 12 months से कम भी हो सकता है, it can be less also, या कभी कभी 12 months से ज्यादा भी हो सकता है period. Yes, it is possible. तो हमेशा कोई भी सम में you will write down the period properly. ऐसे डेट लिखने का, प्री पोस्ट प्रॉपरली. ठीक है? ओवर, सम इज ओवर. गुड. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 3. Calculate the time ratio in the following cases. Time ratio in the following cases. 141 acquisition, incorporation date और date of closing. अब सिर्फ तुमको ये नहीं देना है कि what is the period, you want the ratio of time. So how many months are there in pre, you have to see, and how many months in post, and calculate the ratio. Okay, so first one we will do together. 1st April to 1st July. April, May, June. How many months? 3 months. And then July to March. ये तो पूरा 1 year ही है. From 1st April to March, so it will be 9 months. Or you can say the ratio is 1:3. रेशियो ना उनको चाहिए 3 months is to 9 months, या सिंपल वर्ड्स में 1:3 रेशियो. सेकेंड वन खुद करो, डू इट योरसेल्फ. So, did you get the ratio? 5:1. Easy? Yes, all objective basic questions जिससे अपने concepts clear होंगे. ठीक है, चलो अब एग्जाम क्वेश्चन. ये मॉक टेस्ट पेपर का 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है. क्या आता है 5 मार्क्स के लिए? लेट अस सी. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 4. Lion Limited was incorporated on 1/8/21. Okay, so 1/8/21. पेंसिल से अंडरलाइन करो 1/8/21. To take over running business of Happy with effect from 1/4/21. So the date of buying the business 1/4. The date of incorporation of the company 1st August. The accounts of the company were closed on 31st March 22. So year ending 31st March 22. The monthly sales, average monthly sales during the first 4 months were twice the average monthly sales during each of the remaining 8 months. तो जो भी sales थे, right, first 4 months के, they are twice the monthly sales for remaining 8 months. Okay, you have to calculate the time ratio and the sales ratio for pre and post. Every sum, every single sum from here now, okay, wherever you have to make your P&L, pre and post, you have to कैलकुलेट 2 रेशियोज. हर सम में तुमको 2 रेशियोज कैलकुलेट करने हैं. वो हमेशा तुम्हारा वर्किंग नोट 1 टाइम रेशियो, वर्किंग नोट 2 सेल्स रेशियो, हमेशा एवरी सिंगल सम. ओके, दिस सम इज कैलकुलेट रेशियोज ओनली, बट एनी सम यू विल बी डूइंग नाउ, यू विल हैव टू कैलकुलेट दीज रेशियोज. तो इसका स्टैंडर्ड वर्किंग नोट वी आर गोइंग टू मेक. तो क्या होता है इसमें? पहले हम लोग को हमेशा फर्स्ट आई हैव टू डू टाइम रेशियो. क्यों? वाई फर्स्ट टाइम रेशियो? क्योंकि अगर तुम देखोगे सेल्स रेशियो में क्या बोला है, द फर्स्ट 4 months, राइट, वाज ट्वाइस द सेल्स ऑफ लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स और व्हाटएवर. तो इट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट आल्सो ना, हाउ मच वाज योर टाइम According to time only we have to decide. So it is very important. You always have to do this. So let us do it. What do we understand? First, we need, like always, the first thing is calculating the time ratio. So write down first time ratio. For time ratio, what do I start with? I will be starting with first my, as usual, acquisition date first, incorporation date, और year end date. Every sum, वो बोले या नहीं बोले, तुमको ये करना है. You have to do this. Okay? चलो acquisition date लिखो. They purchase the business with effect from 1/4/21. 1/4/21. Or incorporation happened on 1st August 21. Okay. Year ending March 22. I hope this is clear. So now tell me how much is the period. So this is my pre-incorporation period. This is my post. प्लीज ऐसे फिंगर्स यूज करके यू कैलकुलेट, नो प्रॉब्लम. सिली मिस्टेक्स करते हैं बच्चे, आई हैव सीन दैट. ओके, यू थिंक आई एम वेरी स्मार्ट, 1/4/2/18, हाँ लेट मी डू very easy, I'll finish it. No. Okay, you better do properly. April, May, June and July, because 1st August, right? So 4 months will be pre and post will be 8 months. So what is the ratio? 1:2 is your ratio. Simple. 4 months is to 8 months, 1:2 ratio. तो ये हो गया मेरा first part of the sum, time ratio. Second, they have asked me sales ratio. So write down sales ratio. अब sales ratio के लिए first to write down pre and post, 2 columns. जब भी तुमको sales ratio करना है, 2 things you have to remember. 1, तुमको याद करना है कि yes, कितने months है pre में और कितने months है post में. तो first you will always write down the number of months. Number of months. 4 months है और 8 months. Always. अब उन्होंने क्या बोला है? They have said कि first 4 months के sales were twice. तो लेवल अगर मैं देखूं सेल्स का, तो फर्स्ट 4 months अगर 2 है, ट्वाइस है ऑफ माय पोस्ट पीरियड, राइट? एवरेज जो है पोस्ट का 1 है एंड प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन इज ट्वाइस दैट. तो इसके लिए 2:1 का रेशियो, राइट? अब इसको तुमको मल्टीप्लाई करना है. दिस इज 8:8. तो रेशियो बिकम्स 1:1. ठीक है? सो सेल्स रेशियो कैलकुलेट करने के लिए फर्स्ट यू ऑलवेज राइट द नंबर ऑफ मंथ्स एंड सेकेंड व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज यू आर गोइंग टू राइट द लेवल ऑफ सेल्स. कभी बोलेंगे इट वॉज थ्राइस, इट वॉज 2.5 times, वॉट एवर दे से, just multiply with the level. Okay, and accordingly you will be getting your ratio of sales. Okay, so this is how you have to do it. You just multiply and you will get this 8:8. That is equal ratio over the pre and post period. Okay, good. Next now, Come to problem number 5. Pay attention. Accounting period, calendar year. Calendar year means what is my year ending date? 1st Jan, say 31st December. So year ending date for calendar year will be 31st December. This you have to understand, okay? And they have given year 22, so 31st December 22. क्योंकि कैलेंडर ईयर बोला है, अगर वो लोग बोलते फाइनेंशियल ईयर तो माई ईयर वुड हैव एंडेड ऑन 31st March. तो read properly, it is calendar year ending. Date of taking over business 1/1. Date of incorporation given 1/5. Date of commencement of business given 1/7. And total sales जो दिए हैं, just change the year 2022. The total sales for the year are given 4,80,000. So this is how they have given the data. Okay. Calculate sales ratio in each of the following alternative cases. तो तुम्हारा काम है कि तुमको सेल्स रेशियो 6 सिचुएशंस में कैलकुलेट करना है. ठीक है, तो ये जो है सम, ये सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस है हाउ टू कैलकुलेट सेल्स रेशियो. बस इट इज अ प्रैक्टिस सम. ओके, एग्जाम में ऐसा नहीं आने वाला है. दिस विल कम एज वन स्मॉल एडजस्टमेंट इन द सम. ओके, सेल्स रेशियो क्या है उसके लिए इट विल कम. ऐसा पूरा सम, दिस इज ओनली फॉर प्रैक्टिस कि क्या है सेल्स रेशियो इन दिस क्वेश्चन, इन दी 6 एरियाज. तो एक एक करके वी विल डू इट. बट टेल मी विच डेट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम योर. कौन सा डेट तुमको स्टार्ट होने वाला है? व्हाट इज योर स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट? 1/1. Very good. What is your incorporation date? Which is date is important? Incorporation या commencement of business? Incorporation. So though this is a public company requires to take certificate of commencement of business. We are not interested. For us, कौन सा chapter है भाई? Profit prior to incorporation. तो इवन इफ दे गिव मी ऐसा कोई भी डेट ऑफ कमेंसमेंट, मैं उसको नहीं देखूंगी. आई एम गोइंग टू इग्नोर इट. ये मेरे किसी काम का नहीं है. तो मेरे लिए कौन सा डेट इंपॉर्टेंट है? विच डेट? 1/5. रिमेंबर, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो राइट डाउन अ नोट. The date of commencement of business. Note, the date of commencement of business is not relevant for calculation, is not relevant for calculation of pre and post acquisition periods. For calculation of pre and post acquisition period. Okay, so what is the pre-incorporation period? Let's see. Come on, let's do it. Pre-incorporation period. कैलेंडर ईयर है, याद रखना. तो प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन होगा फ्रॉम 1/1 जब अक्वायर किया till incorporation date, and then it will be till the year end. So how many months is that? तो मेरा जो टाइम रेशियो है वो है 4 months is to 8 months, that is 1:2. They have not asked me time ratio, लेकिन it will be necessary I do it. ठीक है, तो अभी क्या है, पहला ए पॉइंट, कैलकुलेट सेल्स रेशियो ए अगर सेल्स आर यूनिफॉर्म ड्यूरिंग द एंटायर पीरियड, मतलब सेम सेल्स है एवरी मंथ. ओके, सो अगर जैन में सेल्स 10 लाख है तो फेब में, मार्च में, अप्रैल में, टिल दिसंबर एवरीवेयर इट इज 10 लाख. यूनिफॉर्म, सेम. तो व्हाट विल यू डू then what will be the answer? Your sales ratio will be what? The sales ratio in the first case will be same as your time ratio क्योंकि it is uniform sales. Okay, तो sales ratio will be in the as uniform sales, uniform for the year, uniform sales for the year, sales ratio is equal to same as your time ratio. That's it, easy. अब बी पॉइंट देखो, 80% sales up to 1st September 22 and balance is for remaining period. तो 80% sales are till 1st September. तो अभी ये देखते हैं प्री एंड पोस्ट में. इफ आई डिवाइड इट, क्या बोल रहे हैं वो लोग बी पार्ट में, कि जो 80% सेल्स है, अभी मुझे पता है कि प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन हैज गॉट 4 months. विच 4 months? जैन, फेब, मार्च, अप्रैल, 4 months. तो 4 months प्री है आई नो एंड 8 months पोस्ट है आई नो. दिस आई हैव डन बिफोर ओनली, नंबर ऑफ मंथ्स. अब ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, ये बोल रहे हैं कि जो सेल्स है 80% वह अप टू 1st September. 1st September. अब वेयर इज 1st September? टेल मी. प्री कॉलम में आएगा 1st September या पोस्ट में? पोस्ट में आएगा, राइट? तो अभी इन्होंने क्या किया है, दे हैव स्प्लिट अप द पीरियड अप टू 1st September. तो हम क्या करेंगे, वी ऑल्सो हैव टू डू द सेम थिंग. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फ्रॉम 1st 1/1/22 to 1 May 22, 1st May 22. और जो 8 months है, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 1/5/22 to 31st December 22 because they are following calendar year. करेक्ट है? तो नाउ कैन आई से ये जो 1st September तक सेल्स है, दैट मीन्स इट इज फॉर हाउ मेनी मंथ्स? 8 months, right? The sales are for 8 months. 1st September को don't count. So till 31st August, the sales are going to be for 8 months. तो ये जो first they have said 80% sales, right? So 80% sales are in 8 months till September. So out of that, how many months will be coming here? Can I say 40% sales will be here and 40% sales will be here? क्योंकि 4 months are here and 4 months are in post. है ना? They have said till September. So this is going to be like split up further. Na? This will be, for your understanding, I'm saying this will also be from 1/5 till 1st September and then 1st September to 31st December. So 4 months I will be taking as the, till 80% sales will be till 1st September. So 4 months here, 4 months here. Simple. So this is one. And the balance sales, balance was for remaining period. So the balance sales, where will it go? Balance 20% sales will be what? Is for the remaining period. Remaining period means after 1st September. So that will be going where? In your post. So simple words, 40% sales are in pre and 60% sales are in post. So what is your ratio? 2:3. सी अलग अलग वे में वो दे सकते हैं तुमको. जैसे पहले वे में उन्होंने सीधा बोला यूनिफॉर्म सेल्स, दूसरे में बोला नहीं परसेंटेज में 80% सेल्स 8 मंथ्स में. सो यू सेड ओके 80% 8 मंथ्स में मतलब पहले 4 मंथ्स प्री में और रिमेनिंग 4 मंथ्स पोस्ट. And then they said remaining 20% is in the remaining last 4 months. So last 4 months are there in my post only. So I took the entire 20% there. तो ऐसा करके I got 40:60%, that is 2:3 ratio. Got it? Come on. Point number C. The monthly average turnover during the first 4 months. Let's see. First 4 months is half the figure for remaining period. Remaining period, yes, it is half the corresponding figure. So chalo, point number C let us do. Point number C, again pre and post. How many months are there in pre? 4 months. And they are saying, so first I'll take the number of months. The months, 4 months and 8 months. Or what is the level of sales? क्या है level of sales? First 4 months is half the figure of post. तो post को अगर मैं 2 times लेती हूँ तो half of it मतलब pre will be 1. Correct? या तुम इसको ले सकते हो post को if I take 1 then pre will be 0.5, but points में why to go na, we will make it simple. So what is it? You have to multiply 4:16. That is a ratio of 1:4. Samjha? If you have understood, now bacha, you are going to do the D point yourself. Try. No harm, you can always try. You will make mistakes, no problem, but you will learn. So try D point by yourself. How I am teaching you exactly like that, think and do D point by yourself. I am doing it here, but I want you to do it independently. Come on, point number D. Do it. So did you get it correct? Let's see. If you have got it, the answer is 2 is to 3. And those who did not get it, let us understand what has happened. They have told me in D point the average turnover for the first 8 months was twice. The first 8 months, abhi pre and post, so I have to divide 4 is to 8. This I have to do because pre and post ratio is only 4 is to 8. But because the sum is saying कि भाई 8 months, first 8 months, right? So I have to again divide it according to that. So this 8 months, first 8 months are double, twice the figure for remaining period, right? So I have to take first 8 months are double. So I took 4 months, 4 months, double, and the last 4 months I took 1. Okay, and therefore then the final ratio when I calculate I get 8, and because post incorporation total 8 months I have to take, so this 8 plus these 4 months also I need to consider, and therefore you will get a ratio of 2 is to 3. 8 is to 12, that is 2 is to 3. I hope you got this correct, and if you haven't, please understand how I have to split. हमेशा याद रखना 4 months 8 months ही split करना है as per pre and post. But if the sales ratio changes, the level of sales changes, then according to that I have to make bifurcations. तो चलो point number E देखते हैं. This also I want you to do now. The monthly average of turnover for 6 months is thrice the figure for the remaining period. 6 months is thrice the figure. Come on, do it. I'm sure you will get it. Agar D point nahi bhi aaya, no tension. E you will get now. You have understood how to do it. Okay. So come on, do it yourself. Point number E. I hope you got this correct. For 6 months is thrice. Those 6 months means now what I will do here? For 6 months, I will take first 4 months and 2 months from post. So 6 months is thrice, so 3 times. And the remaining post is normal sales, so I will take it normal. 1, and the others are thrice, so accordingly you take 3 times and you multiply 12, and this will be 6 plus 6, 1 is to 1 ratio. You got this correct? If you have got this correct, means now you're going fine. No problem. अब तुमको समझ में आ गया. अब आया point number F. C point F. Sales in Jan, Feb and December are double the monthly sales for remaining months. तो अब उन्होंने बोला है Jan, Feb and December are double. तो बाकी all remaining 9 months are normal sales. So now we need to do properly. Chalo, let's do this together. F. Pre-incorporation, let's see first. And post-incorporation. How many months were there in pre? 4 months. And here there were 8 months. I know this. Ab Jan, Feb and December. Jan, Feb will come which period? Pre. है ना? So, Jan, Feb, March, April. 4 months are pre. So I will have to now divide 2 months, Jan and Feb. And remaining 2 months, March and April. Do you agree? Because ratio is different. Like that only I will have to now divide for my post. Post में बोला है December is double. तो remaining months are normal na sales. So only 1 month, that is December, is going to be separate. And remaining will be 7 months. From May till November. Do you agree? ऐसा ही क्यों स्प्लिट किया? क्योंकि रेशियो वैसा दिया है. दे हैव गिवन कि जैन फेब दिसंबर अलग है. तो आई वांट कि जैन फेब डिफरेंट हो और दिसंबर डिफरेंट हो. So that's why I've taken like this, and remaining will be the other months. Okay. So now let me see the level of sales. I got the months. The months, number of months I have into your level of sales. Which months are double? Jan, Feb and December. So this will be 2 and this will also be 2 December, and others will be normal 1. Level 1, the others are double. You multiply and come on, do the ratio. Sorry. So I hope you got this properly. No problems, no issues. Now I am giving you bonus extra questions. Okay. Same sum. I will give you 1 or 2 more ratios so that your confidence will go up. Okay. Let's do it. Add a few questions. So whenever I give you some extra question like this, or I give you some tip or anything, you will use the word CU point. CU point. CU means what? It means conceptual understanding point. तो बहुत बार sums में I give you these extra points. Okay, conceptual understanding. This is only for my understanding. My means your, as a student. It is for your understanding. This is not a part of my answer. Not a part of my answer, but just for, you can say just for more understanding, more deep understanding, I give you CU point. तो अभी मेरा आंसर खत्म हो गया है. A to F मैंने पूरा सॉल्व कर लिया एंड आई एम श्योर तुमको अच्छे से समझा भी है. बट आई वॉन्ट मोर प्रैक्टिस, तो आई गिव एक्स्ट्रा लाइक दिस, सो आई गिव यू सम टिप्स एंड ऑल दैट. तो माई क्वेश्चन इज लाइक दिस. Okay. Sales in Jan, April, November, and December are twice the normal average sales, and sales in March and October are thrice the normal sales. So, what is the sales ratio? This is what you have to find out. What is the sales ratio? Can you do it? You have to. So, come on, do it yourself. I am doing it here, but I don't want you to be copycats and see what I'm doing. Now, do it independently and we will check your answer then. Okay? Come on, your time has already started. So you had to divide your pre in 3 parts, because pre, some sales are normal sales, sometimes it is double, and sometimes it is thrice the normal sales. And same happened with post also. Some months are normal, some months are 3 times, some months are twice. So according to that, you divide it, and your answer is right here on the board. I hope you got it correct. Yes? I guess yes, you must have got it correct. One more CU point, one more sales question. Okay. Second one. Second one. Sales in every quarter are double the previous quarter sales. So every quarter, okay, that means every 3 months, what is happening? Your sales are going double. So calculate the sales ratio. I'm sure you can do this, or you will try. Try it. First, you learn how to divide properly. Okay. I told you every quarter my sales are becoming double than the previous quarter. So first quarter is normal sales. Second quarter. Okay, now second quarter, some will come in pre-period, some will come in post, and then again it will be only in post. So properly divide it. Okay, and then I think you can do it properly. Double than the previous quarter, remember. So first quarter I take 1. So second quarter will be double. Third quarter will be double of that previous quarter, and so on. Do it properly, think and do. Okay, so you got it correct. I hope so. Now let's go further. So with this, my basic sums are over. In the basic sums we learned, सबसे पहले हमने सीखा the pre and post incorporation period, how to see. Then we saw the time ratio, how to calculate. Now we know sales ratio, how to calculate. So we are now prepared to start our exam oriented sums. Okay, so let's start with your problem number 6. From this sum we are going to start making the P&L. Okay, the profit and loss we will start making. कि pre and post column ना हम कैसे बनाते हैं, that we are going to see now in this problem. As you can see, problem number 6 is your exam question of 5 marks. November 20, exam question 5 marks. Okay. Moon Limited was incorporated on 1st August 0 to take over the running business of a partnership firm with effect from 1st April 2000. Two dates important. पहला date, date of acquisition. कब किया acquired business? 1st April 2000. And second important thing is going to be your incorporation date. 1st August 2000. Underlined with a pencil. Pencil से underline करना. ठीक है? The summarized P&L for year ended. Year कब end हुआ? March 1. तो 1st April we acquired business. 31st March year end. So full year is come here. Okay, so we know 12 months have to be divided between pre and post. They have given me full normal P&L. देखो पूरा P&L दिया हुआ है. Gross profit दिया है, salaries given, rent given, commission on sales, depreciation, interest on debentures, directors fees और advertisement. Even profit for the year is given. अब मुझे क्या करना है? What I have to do? Let's see. Moon initiated an advertising campaign which resulted in increase of monthly sales. ठीक है, तो जो monthly sales है 25% से increase हुए post incorporation. तो 25% up the sales are after incorporation. ठीक है, you have to prepare a statement. एक statement करना है showing the profit for the year between pre and post incorporation period. Also explain how this will be treated in the accounts. Okay, treatment also you have to give and statement you have to make between pre and post. That is your question. Yeah, it's very typical 5 marks exam question. Okay, so how do you present it? तो प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए लॉजिकली हम लोग क्या करेंगे? पर्टिकुलर्स तो विल कम ओनली. पर्टिकुलर्स के बाद आएगा अमाउंट, जो दिया हुआ है अमाउंट. दिस इज द टोटल अमाउंट फॉर 12 months. Then after that what will I do? Then I will have to divide it between the two periods. So I will have one extra column for basis for apportionment. How I am going to apportion or divide the expenses, income, whatever. And then I'm going to have my pre column and my post column. Okay, so how many columns total? 5. Particulars, total amount, okay, in rupees, the total. Third we are going to have is how the division, basis of apportionment. Okay, and pre column, post column. All sums same format is going to be there. Acha, how much of you see how your P&L is, how big your P&L is. अगर P&L में बहुत items आ रहे, lots of items, तो you take one full page for P&L. Okay, and then working notes make on another page. If you see P&L here is how many lines? You can see around 10 items are there. So like 15 lines you make it. 15 lines you make. And then your working note will be there. Acha, which working note? I told you 2 working notes common. Time ratio, fixed working note. Sales ratio, अगेन फिक्स्ड वर्किंग नोट. 2 रेशियोज का हमेशा वर्किंग नोट होता है. और कभी कभी एक्स्ट्रा भी होता है सम में डेटा, मोर थिंग्स आर गिवन, तो हम लोगों को वो भी करना पड़ता है. दिस सम में नथिंग इज देयर. यू हैव टाइम एंड यू हैव गॉट योर this, what do you call it, time ratio and your sales ratio, so it is easier. Okay, so let's do it. Write down statement showing. First write down the company's name. What is the company's name? Moon Limited. Write down Moon Limited. Okay, statement showing pre and post acquisition profit. Particulars with 4 columns. Particulars, you have your total amount which is given. You have your basis of apportionment, कि तुम इसको कैसे divide करने वाले हो. And then you have your pre and your post columns. Okay, standard format, 5 columns. Chalo, let's start. First item, gross profit. I know I have to divide gross profit, but before that I told you standard working notes. If 15 lines ka you have made this statement, uske baad working note 1 you have to write. What is your working note 1 going to be? It is going to be first your time ratio. Time ratio, pre and post incorporation. Come on, dates dekh lo. What are the dates? When did you acquire the business? 1/4 140 to 1st August incorporation date, and then 1st August to March 1. Clear cut, I can see. April, May, June, July. 4 months. So some expenses will be divided on time basis, some expenses will be sales basis. Some could be pre, some could be post. So working note 2, sales ratio. Pre and post. What did we learn in sales ratio? First, you take number of months. Months are 4 and 8, we know. And they have only told me, read again. The company initiated some advertisement campaign which resulted in increase of monthly sales by 25% post incorporation. तो अगर I see the level, पहले normal sales था 1, तो इट हैज गॉन अप बाय 25%. तो कितना होगा सेल्स इन द पोस्ट पीरियड? 1.25. ठीक है, 25% अप, तो 1.25. ओके, तो यू मल्टीप्लाई. So that is 4:10 you're getting. That is 2:5. ये दो रेशो हमको बार बार लगने वाले, सो यू डू दिस वर्किंग नोट फर्स्ट. ओके, स्टेटमेंट बनाओ अकॉर्डिंग टू द सम, हाउ मेनी लाइन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. Immediately make your working note 1, working note 2. Standard working notes, every sum. So 1:2 time ratio, sales ratio I have, which is 2:5. So now one by one, items given, let me take. First item, what do I see? Gross profit. So first I'll write down the gross profit. A point gross profit. How much is my gross profit given in the sum? 6,30,000. And profit will be divided in which ratio? Sales ratio. So 2:5 is your ratio. You divide it. Ratio, you know how to calculate, but फिर भी I will tell you once, okay? On your calcs, huh? 6,30,000. You have to split up in 2:5. Okay, so divide by the total. 2:5 का total 7 है. Divide by 7. And into दो बार करने का, into. ठीक है, तो वो हो जाता है constant function. So into 2 you want, equal to, right? 2 equal to 1,80,000. और 1,80,000 के बाद you just write 5 equal to, you will get 4,50,000. जब भी रेशियो कैलकुलेशन करना है, प्लीज यूज द कांस्टेंट फंक्शन ऑफ योर कैल्सी. हाउ टू यूज इट? जो भी 6,30,000 का टोटल अमाउंट है, यू डिवाइड बाय 7 एंड इनटू 2 टाइम्स करेगा, मल्टीप्लाई 2 टाइम्स. तो फिर जो आएगा आंसर, व्हेन यू डू 2 इज इक्वल टू, यू विल गेट 1,80,000. 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है, जस्ट राइट 5 इज इक्वल टू, यू विल गेट 4,50,000. इट विल गो लाइक दिस. तो many of you would be knowing, but कभी कभी some students don't know, तो you can use this. तो profit तो I divided in sales ratio. ठीक है. Next I have got expenses. So I'm writing B point expenses. Okay. तो expenses में first item I have salaries. How much are the salaries? 1,56,000. Okay. What basis I will divide salaries? Time basis. And my time ratio was 1:2. तो divide कर लो. So 1,56,000. 1:2 मतलब टोटल 3 है, तो डिवाइड बाय 3. into 1 time is 52,000 and 2 is equal to 1,04,000. After salaries आया rent, rates, etc. Please go with the P&L. What is given in the sum? उसके हिसाब से एक एक आइटम लेते जाओ. 72,000. अब रेंट कौन से बेसिस पे आई विल डिवाइड? टाइम बेसिस अगेन. तो टाइम बेसिस 1:2. चलो डिवाइड करो. इतना सिंपल. एक बार तुमने रेशियो कैलकुलेट कर लिया इन द बिगिनिंग, उसके बाद सिर्फ फिगर्स लिखते जाओ, रेशियो में डिवाइड करते जाओ, दैट्स इट, सो सिंपल। उसके बाद आया कमीशन ऑन सेल्स। लॉजिकली सोचो, कमीशन ऑन सेल्स विल बी विच बेसिस? अमाउंट लिख लेते 40,600, इट विल बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेल्स, तो सेल्स रेशियो 2:5 में डिवाइड। Then next item I have depreciation. Depreciation का basis time. Time is money. 20 and 40. Next I have interest on debentures. किधर है वो debentures interest? 36,000. So interest on debentures will be, if any of you have said time basis, be careful bacha. Interest is time basis, yes, but interest on debentures are issued by company only, so it will be totally company expenses, it will be in your post column. Okay, be careful. After debenture interest, directors fees, pre or post or divide? Post, because this is going to be only for the company. Company will be formed, then only directors will be there. And last one we have advertisement, 48,000. Advertisement will be on what basis? Sales, 2:5, correct? Divide it. Just because you got some odd figure doesn't mean you are wrong. हो सकता है you get odd figure also ऐसा, no problem. Now it is time to take your total. All items are over. Okay, when taking total, silly mistake happens. What happens? Student also takes total of their income like this. Don't do that. Okay, just put one line over here, because income total I don't want, I want expenses total, and according to that I will be getting my profit. Okay, so just take the total and then C point will be my profit, which is A minus B. Come on, take your total properly. Remember, you have the total profit in the sum. See your P&L in the question. प्रॉफिट दिया हुआ है 1,93,400. यहाँ पे भी दिस इज माई चेक पॉइंट. हाँ, ये प्रॉफिट इज मैचिंग विद द सम. और फिर वो जो स्प्लिट हुआ है बिटवीन प्री एंड पोस्ट, ऑलवेज टेक द टोटल ऑफ दैट. वो 193,400 एक देख लो, नहीं तो यू माइट हैव मिस्ड आउट समथिंग. Silly mistakes you come to know from here. So you take the totals and verify it like this. So what is going to be the treatment? This is going to be your normal profit, which will be in your P&L, but this is going to be your capital profit prior to incorporation. This will be going to the capital reserve. Simple. Over some 5 marks, this is what you have to present. Okay. This is the statement. Working note you have. Properly split the items. Total check with the given in the sum. Also check that 58,686 plus 134,714 ka total is 193,400. It is my cross check. And then I know it is properly done. I hope this is clear. Okay. So with this, my November 20 exam question is over. So let's go further now to problem number 7. This is going to be your homework question for today. Okay, problem number 7 I'm giving you for your homework. And just one small change you make in that question. Your audit fee is written. Now you just write tax audit fee. Okay, because only audit fee is written. It can be statutory audit fee or it can be tax audit. So you will take it as tax audit fee. All other things as given in the question. I will not give you any hint, but yes, I will give you a time period. You should try to complete this sum in around 15 to 20 minutes is the time for this sum. Okay, please time yourself 15 to 20 minutes, and this normally question will be coming for 10 marks. So around 15 to 20 minutes you should time yourself and do this. Okay, तुम स्टॉप वॉच देखो. जैसे तुम होमवर्क लेकर बैठते हो, तुम स्टॉप वॉच लगाओ एंड सी टू इट कि जहां से यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग द क्वेश्चन माय टाइम स्टार्ट्स. एंड ऐसा नहीं कि 15-20 मिनट्स हो गया तो आई एम डन. इनकम्प्लीट सम नहीं छोड़ना है. यू हैव टू कंप्लीट इट. अगर 25 मिनट्स लगा तो 25 मिनट्स लिखो वहां पे. आई टुक 25 मिनट्स, आई टुक 30 मिनट्स, नो प्रॉब्लम. But slowly and steadily we have to work on the speed also. तो समझेगा तुमको. और स्टार्टिंग में I used to take 20 minutes for the sum. Now I can do it in 18 minutes, right? Now I can do it in 15 minutes. That will improve. Okay? So you have to understand कि जो भी है sum को time लगा के करो. So this is your homework for today. और बिल्कुल regularly homework करना है. I don't give you more than 1 or 2 sums for homework. Maximum times 1 only I give. कभी कभी small sum है तो I give 2 also. उससे ज़्यादा never I give you homework. So you have to make it clear कि तुमको वो अच्छे से solve करना है. Independently do it. Okay. So 7th is your homework. Problem number 8 we are doing right now. This is your exam question, May 19 exam question of 5 marks. So let us see. Sneha Limited was incorporated on 1st July to acquire a running business. So 1st July, I have acquired the running business of Atul Sons with effect from 1st April 22. Okay, so 1st July we incorporated. 1st April we took the business. During the year, the total sales were 24 lakh, in which 480 were the first 6 months. Okay. The gross profit of the company is 3,98,000, and so GP is given, and expenses debited to P&L are given: director fee, bad dates, advertisement, under a contract which is 2,000 per month. Okay. Salaries, preliminary expenses written off, donation, etc. Prepare a statement showing your pre and post incorporation profit for the year ended 31st March 23. Okay. Because 22 we had acquired the business, so 31st March 23 we have to see, right? So let's solve it. Come on. Again, making a statement. Not many items, there are just about 6 to 7 items, right? So 10 lines of statement is enough. एंड 2 वर्किंग नोट्स तो कंफर्म है अपने. कौन से 2 वर्किंग नोट्स? एक तो टाइम रेशियो और दूसरा सेल्स रेशियो, ये कंफर्म्ड है, तो हम लोगों को वो भी करना है. तो चलो लेट्स डू इट. पहले कंपनी का नाम लिख दो, स्नेहा लिमिटेड, और एक 10 लाइन का स्टेटमेंट बनाओ. चलो डू इट नाउ. सो रिमेंबर, पर्टिकुलर्स, बेसिस ऑफ एलोकेशन भी लिख सकते हैं हम लोग, या बेसिस ऑफ अपोर्शनमेंट, प्री एंड पोस्ट. और वर्किंग नोट 1, टाइम रेशियो. टाइम रेशियो लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर फर्स्ट. Incorporated on 1st July. Okay, so pre-incorporation period and post-incorporation period. This is from 1st July, 1st, we took over, which date we took over the business? 1st April we took over the business. So 1st April 22 to 1st July 22 and 1st July 22 to 31st March 23. So how many months is that? 3 months is to 9 months. That is 1:3 ratio. Working note 2, sales ratio. Pre-incorporation, post-incorporation. So what have they told me about sales? They have told me कि total sales है 24 lakh, जिसमें से 4,80,000 फर्स्ट 6 months के लिए. 6 months का sales is 4,80,000. आई नो कि मेरा जो प्री पीरियड है वो 3 months का है, राइट? प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन इज 3 months and post incorporation is 9 months. I know that from the beginning only. Okay, so the first 6 months sales will be divided between 3 months, right? So it will be divided in the ratio of 3 months is to 3 months. So 2,40,000 pre के period में और 2,40,000 post. And the balance sales 24 lakh minus 4,80,000. जो भी balance sales है, they are for the last 6 months. So that will go totally in my post. So I get my ratio. Therefore, sales ratio will be 2,40,000 is to 21,60,000, or I can say 1:9 is my ratio. Now let me start with my one by one items. The gross profit of the company 3,90,800. So I start with my gross profit. Gross profit will be divided in which ratio? Sales ratio. So I have my sales ratio. Let's divide it. Next item I'm seeing the expenses, director's fees. Come on. Next is your expenses, director's fees. Where will the director's fees go? Post, correct? Because they are of the company. So directly in post 30,000. Next item I see bad dates. Bad dates, what to do? Sales basis? Yes, 7,200 on the basis of sales. एडवर्टाइजमेंट अब बिल्कुल ध्यान से सुनना. एडवर्टाइजमेंट नॉर्मली सेल्स बेसिस पे आई टेक, लेकिन ये सम में एडवर्टाइजमेंट दे हैव सेड इट इज अंडर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ 2,000 रुपीज अ मंथ. सो यहाँ पे जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट है दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन टाइम because 2,000 rupees a month. So that's why you will divide it on the basis of time. Normally, I divide advertisement on the basis of sales, but in this sum, no, because it is given 2,000 per month. So I'll divide it on the basis of time. 1:3. I hope you're understanding. Then, advertisement over salaries. General expenses. What basis will you take? 1,28,000 will be again on the basis of time. preliminary expenses. What will you do with preliminary expenses? They are for the company, right? So it will be totally for the company. It will go to post. And donation to political party, and clearly the donation to political party is given by the company. See, by the company. So this will also be by company, so it will go straight in post. So easy. Okay, just one by one you divide properly. Now don't forget, all items are over. Just put one line in your gross profit. नहीं तो while taking total ना, बच्चा क्या करता है, while taking total सारे figures का total ही takes. So just put one line. Now we will get our B, total expenses, and finally our net profit. Okay, come on, I'm sure you can do it now. Do it. So I hope you got the sum properly. It's a simple sum, 5 mark question. बहुत डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, लेकिन सिली मिस्टेक्स होते हैं जब हम लोग डिवाइड करते हैं. कभी रेशियो कैलकुलेशन में गड़बड़, कभी फिगर्स लेने में प्रॉब्लम, राइट, कभी टोटल करने में मिस्टेक. इट इज लॉट ऑफ सिली मिस्टेक्स. तो बी केयरफुल, बहुत ध्यान से अच्छे से करो, क्योंकि हाथ के इजी मार्क्स है. डोंट लीव देम. ओके, so now let me take you to the next sum. Okay, today's last sum now we are doing. Let's do it. Problem number 10. 9th sum we'll do tomorrow. Okay, 10th sum we are doing now. ये जो problem 10 है, this is my May 10 question of 10 May 18 question of 10 marks. Okay, so let's discuss problem number 10. The promoters of Shiva took over on behalf of the company a running business with effect from 1st April 2021. Okay. So our incorporation, our business takeover date is 1st April. The company got incorporated on 1st August. So incorporation date 1st August. The annual accounts are made up to 31st March. Fine. Which showed that the sales for the full year are 2400 lakh, out of which sales till 31st July were 600 lakhs. Okay, so they have given me sales breakup also. Breakup दिया है. Gross profit ratio भी दिया है 20%. Up in the earlier sum what we had seen, the gross profit amount was given. This sum they have given me gross profit ratio. अब ratio दिया है and sales are given, so I can calculate my gross profit, no problem. Now expenses then given: salaries, rent, sundry expenses, travelers commission, discount allowed, bad dates, director fees, tax audit fees, depreciation, debenture interest. Prepare a statement showing calculation of profit for pre and post period. Right? So we have to make a statement showing this thing. Simple question, 10 marks. Wow. Scoring. Let's do it together. Okay? Write down the name of the company first. Let's make your format. Name of the company, format, and standard working note 1. You're going to do sales ratio working note, and first time ratio, and second sales ratio. How many lines will you leave? तुम्हारा जो P&L तुम बनाओगे स्टेटमेंट 10-12 आइटम्स, आई कैन सी 10 to 12 आइटम्स, तो एक 15 लाइन का स्टेटमेंट, वन फुल page you can say we can keep, a little less than that, and you're done. Okay, so come on, make the statement. I also want you to do the time ratio and the sales ratio by yourself. So make your format and also do these ratios practice. Okay, come on, do it. So very easily we got our sales ratio. Directly दिया है figure कि sales till 31st July मतलब till pre-war 600, बाकी का is post. So easily I got my answer. I'm done. Hmm? Time and sales ratio both ready. One by one, let's take the items. The first item what I'm seeing here is, so the first item I have is gross profit. Gross profit is given 20%. 20% of what? 20% of sales. So I know the sales also. So let me get the gross profit first. Let's start. A point, gross profit. They have given me 20% of sales. All the figures are in lakhs. Okay. So in the beginning I'll write rupees in lakhs. What are your sales? 2400 lakh into 20%, 480. How will you divide it? What basis will you divide it? Sales ratio 1:3. Come on. Let's make a line over here. Then we have B, all our expenses. One by one, take the expenses, divide it properly on right and good and proper basis, logical basis karo, and 10 mark leke jao. Come on. First item expenses, salaries 75. Salary basis, time, fixed time. Rent rates, insurance and all. Also, time basis. Sundry office expenses. Office expenses are also normally on the basis of time only. Very easy. Traveling or traveler's commission. This is normally given to our salesmen, right? For doing the sales, that traveling they do the sales. So I will be taking that as 20 on the basis of sales. Then discount allowed. सिली मिस्टेक में क्या हो सकता है? यू जस्ट मिस वन आइटम. ऐसा हो सकता है तुम मिस कर दो. इसके लिए बी वेरी केयरफुल. एक एक आइटम लेने के टाइम यूज अ रूलर एंड कीप इट देयर, और टेक अ स्मॉल पेंसिल एंड टिक. हाँ ये ले लिया, दिस इज टेकन, दिस इज टेकन. डू लाइक दैट. डिस्काउंट अलाउड कितना है? 16. डिस्काउंट अलाउड 16. अगेन कौन से बेसिस? सेल्स. Bad dates. What basis? See, when I am asking you question, you should give the answer. Virtually, I can hear your answer also. Okay, so you give the answer. So bad dates, which basis? Sales. So how much are my bad dates? 8 on the basis of sales. Then director's fee. Where will this go? Post. Very good. See, I know you said post. Very good. Having experience of so many years, I know where students give wrong answer, give right answer. Virtually also. Then, tax audit fee. Tax audit fee will be on what basis? On the basis of your thinking. It will be on the basis of sales again, because tax audit depends on sales, remember. So it is on the basis of sales. Depreciation will be on the basis of time. And debenture interest on the basis of interest. Interest is time, but debenture interest, only companies issue debentures, so it will be totally post. That's it. Come on, take the total, get your net profit, and give the treatment also. Finish. 10 marks inside your pocket. Don't forget, I taught you this. So you owe me all the marks. No, no, no. It's going to be your efforts also. Both are efforts together, right? Come on, calculate the net profit. This sum was the first sum of your, first paper of your new syllabus. Okay, May 18. And a very easy paper, I would say. And obviously, this was a very simple question. 10 marks. So 41 goes to capital reserve and 143 is your regular profit. Okay, I hope you understood this properly. That's all then. Don't forget to do your homework. Enjoy yourself. Keep smiling always and be happy. See you tomorrow.